Hello, I'm Ananya Dandapani, and this is my me plan. I chose to come to Northeastern University partially because it offered a degree of flexibility around major choice not seen at many other schools. As someone who didn't know what I wanted to major in, this was an appealing concept. For all of high school, I was torn between going into something arts-related like architecture or pursuing natural sciences, potentially setting myself up to study entomology in grad school. So naturally, I entered the Explore program to put the decision off even more. For my first semester, I took 20th Century Espionage, 3D Art and Tools, Architecture History, and Ecology and Evolutionary Biology. 20th Century Espionage I mainly took to fulfill my honors credit requirements. While the subject matter is interesting, the lectures are extremely information-dense, and I have never been super into history. 3D Art is my favorite class by far because I enjoy open-ended projects where I have the agency to tailor my assignments to my interests. This class is full of such projects. I also enjoy learning concrete skills like 3D modeling and use of power tools, and applying those skills to actually make something. My architecture history class is another lecture course which can be boring. However, I do enjoy learning about the different styles and how they relate to the civilizations in which they were used and developed. My favorite parts of the class are the assignments where we can choose an independent research topic and actually analyze the architecture we were told about. My ecology and evolutionary biology class is similar. The lectures are boring, but I love the independent research and fieldwork I've gotten to do as part of the course. Outside of class, I've spent a lot of time with New Stage, one of the theater companies on campus. It's been a great experience working on the costume design team, and I've made a lot of friends. I also did graphic design work for the New Sci magazine, and learned a lot about designing for a magazine and the software that requires. And while it's not a club, I'm part of a D&D campaign which has helped me make many friends in my dorm. While my extracurricular activities don't really relate to the majors I'm considering, I still think it's important to take advantage of all kinds of opportunities and not just those that could be relevant to a future career. I feel similarly about service learning. I was involved with Scholar Athletes, which provided homework help and tutoring for student athletes at Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. While I don't want to work or major in education, I still had fun volunteering there and learned more about the Boston community and vocational education while becoming a better teacher. Being well-rounded and having a life outside of purely academic interests is just as important as having a plan for the future, in my opinion. As someone clearly creatively oriented and also someone who obviously enjoys being able to tailor my academic experience, it would only seem natural that I make my major decision process very difficult by trying to create my own combined major. After attending both the CAMD and College of Science conversations and talking to several CAMD professors, I'm working out a schedule that would allow me to make a combined major between architecture and animation with a potential minor in marine studies. As of now, I've spoken to faculty in both the architecture and animation departments to get a sense of what the requirements would look like on either side. If I can make this work, it would let me explore multiple art-related fields while also leaving the path open if I wanted to become a licensed architect after graduation. Currently, the conversation has reached the Assistant Dean of CAMD, who will hopefully be able to set more things in stone. I do have backup plans. If the combined major doesn't work, I'm considering a plain architecture major with a marine studies minor, or maybe a major in ecology and evolutionary biology with an arts-related minor. Based on the information I've gotten so far, taking into account which sections are available, next semester I would likely take 2 to 3 architecture classes, including fundamental representation and design, 1 to 2 animation classes, likely including 2D art and tools, and an inquiry seminar on linguistics. I'm also considering auditing a Japanese class because while I don't need the credit, I like the language and don't want the skills I developed throughout high school to fade away due to lack of practice. This probably sounds a bit too ambitious, and that would be an accurate assessment, but I don't want to regret not trying. As a quick aside, I feel that it's worth noting that while Northeastern is admirably flexible in its academics and interdisciplinary endeavors, I found that much of the emphatic support the school advertises for creating a combined major that doesn't already exist is not seen in practice. I'm not complaining about the research and legwork I've had to do to set up meetings and stuff with faculty. I was just surprised that none of the faculty, including several advisors I've talked to, have had a solid idea for how to progress with my proposal. Anyway, I definitely have more of an idea of what I want my major to be now than I did at the beginning of the year, which, while not a high bar, is still progress. I hope to declare my major soon, but will continue to try new things related and unrelated to my major throughout my undergraduate career. Thank you.